What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Back to some boxing talk for us, man. So, a couple of days ago, there was this footage of Errol Spence Jr. going around on social media, and there was a footage of Errol Spence and his woman, and she had some dialogue basically saying that, her guy, basically Errol cheated on her, but she didn't say his name. She said, he cheated on me. Okay, baby, want to go to Dubai, baby? Whatever, something like that, right? And the Errol was responding in some type of drunken slur type voice, so on and so forth, right? And so after the footage made its rounds around social media, Errol Spence's lady, I forgot to upload the end part of the video, basically showing that it was like a TikTok. It was a TikTok voiceover, people do TikTok voiceovers, silly TikTok voiceovers, right? And so, all the Bud fanatics, they were so happy to see this footage. All the Terence Crawford fanboys, Errol Spence is a drunk. I told you he's a drunk. I told you he's scared. I told you he's a duck. I told you he's afraid to fight Bud. That's why he's scared to fight Bud. He's still on the sauce. He's still on the drink. Y'all need to be worried about Errol Spence. He needs Alcoholics Anonymous. He needs AA. He's a drunk. He's a drunk. He's a drunk. That's all he should be worried about. Y'all should talk about your boy because he's an alcoholic, right? That's all they were saying. And with all them doing all this finger pointing, all this type talk they were doing and trying to, out Errol Spence as this big alcoholic in their quest to do so, it's so funny to me. They can tell us Errol Spence is an alcoholic, but they won't tell us why the hell is Terence Bud Crawford choosing to fight David Avanesian. Okay? They could do all the talk about, it's Errol Spence's fault about why the fight didn't go down. It's Al Heyman's fault why the fight didn't go down with Errol Spence. But they can't tell us why, of all people, Terence Bud Crawford chose to fight David Anesthesia. Why he chose to fight David Milk of Magnesia. Why he chose to fight David Anastasia. Why the hell he chose to fight this dude? Tell us why he chose, not why he didn't fight Errol Spence. Why he chose to fight David Avanesian of all people. For what reason? What does David Avanesian have to offer to his resume? Y'all don't even know who David Avanesian is. Y'all didn't know. I didn't know. Nobody in the boxing world outside of Terence Crawford. Hell, Terence didn't even know who the hell he was. He had to go search for the motherfucker and pull him out the wall. He can't tell us why he's choosing to fight dude. So for all that talk, the fact of the matter is, Terence is fighting a nobody. A dude that he can easily wipe out and demolish in a minute with no name, no reputation behind him, nothing. The boy best win is against 45-year-old Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane, yes. Sugar Shane Mosley, Big Mosley. That's his best win. Who is dude? You can't even make an excuse for that. He's a top 10 guy or whatever. Man, bro, he could have fought Boots. He could have fought Virgil Ortiz. He could have fought your Dennis Ugas and say, you know what, Errol, I'm going to dust off Ugas better than you did. He could have fought Keith Thurman, all these different names. He chose to fight David Milk of Magnesia, David Avanesian. Why? We still don't, they won't tell us why he chose to fight that fight. They won't explain why he's fighting that fight. They won't justify that fight. They try to justify it as much as possible. Mothers want to act like that's a tough fight. Bro, if y'all don't knock it the fuck off, knock it off. David Avanesian, Milk of Magnesia, Anastasia is a tough fight? For who? Terence Bud Crawford is supremely skilled. And everybody, all the Bud fanatics tell me he is the greatest fighter, one of the greatest fighters to ever walk and breathe this earth. He finna fuck Avanesian up, maybe in 2-3 rounds. And then they're going to justify it with he getting the bag. Well, brother, if it's about the legacy, because they always tell us that. When Errol Spence wanted a bigger piece of the pie in the fight between him and Terence Crawford, all the Bud fanatics say this fight should be 50-50. It shouldn't be about money. It's about legacy. All the PBC guys only care about money. All that talk they do, all the PBC guys, they only care about money. PBC guys, all they want to do is get a lot of money and take low risk, high reward fights. That's all they care about, low risk, high reward fights. That's all PBC guys do. For all that talk, look who Terence fighting. Over the past 4 years. Terence Bud Crawford been low risk, high reward. And I'm not saying that Terence ain't skilled. He's supremely skilled. He passes the eye test for sure. But look who he been fighting for the past 4 years. And then you tell me who is really low risk, high reward. Because Bud done did a lot to do the low risk, high reward. He didn't took that route for a while. For all the Errol Spence easy route, because y'all know when Errol Spence said, I just take the easy road, he didn't mean take lesser opponents. He meant I'll go and clear out my side, the PBC side, and get all them belts cleared out, and then I'm going to meet you, right? But everybody wanted to play mental gymnastics with his words and twist it up and try to make it seem like he meant, oh, I'll just fight easier opponents. When you look at that boy's resume, ain't nothing been easy about Errol Spence's resume compared to Terence Bud Crawford, right? But again, for all the Errol Spence hate and the PBC hate, all they do is take easy fights. Look who the fuck Terence been fighting. And y'all let me know who low risk, high reward in this situation. For real. Could have fought Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz. Could have fought Keith Thurman, Ugas somebody. Could have fought Virgil Ortiz or something. Gonna fight Avenesian. Anesthesia. Come on, bro. What the? Come on, man. Come on. Cut it out. Knock it off. Again, you know, and this is crazy because Terence Bud Crawford is given all this credit for his resume. You're right? And Errol Spence, he not given the same credit for his resume at all. But my question is, who in the hell has Bud fought? Who he fought for real? Who he beat for real? Who Bud beat for real? Especially at 147. Who he beat outside of Sean Porter? Who he beat for real? Again, Bud passes the eye test. He is supremely skilled, a highly skilled fighter, a great fighter for sure, great skill level. But again, who has he beaten? You know, and then Terence Bud Crawford recently said, when you look at Errol Spence's legacy compared to mine, it's night and day. All right, brother. Okay. Over your career, you've accomplished more by fighting in 3 different weight classes. You fought in 3 different weight classes. You won a belt in one. You were undisputed in the other in 140, and then you have a belt at 147. But all this legacy talk, Bud acting like his resume is elite, and it's not. That's the problem. Yes, he's accomplished great things over his career, but he's acting like his resume is full of elite killers. And it's full of elite dudes, and it's not. And he has this delusion that he's just been fighting killers and all these dogs, when he has not. He, like I just said, he just picked the dude out of a raffle. He picked Avenesian out of a raffle, and he fighting the dude he picked out of a raffle right now. Anesthesia, man, come on, man, get up out of here. Get up out of here, bro. Like, for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that's crazy about this, right? Because Bud went in an interview with, what's her name, Kate Abdo. He just did the interview with her, and he said his signature wins, I'm just going to say at 147. I'm going to name the dudes he said at 147. His signature wins are Amir Khan, Kell Brook, and Sean Porter, right? And then for Errol Spence, he said Errol's signature wins are Kell Brook, Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, Danny, and your Dennis Ugas, right? But then he tried to make a caveat. He tried to really undercut it and undersell it or undermine Errol Spence's success by saying, oh, this dude lost before they fought Errol. He lost before he fought Errol. Was coming up 2 weight classes. Mikey Garcia was coming up 2 weight classes, making it seem like Errol's wins don't really count. Like, listen, and then making it seem like he been fighting top killers. Terence, knock it off. Knock it off. Like, Bud think if he fight in Bud fanatics, this they logic. If he fights an undefeated fighter at the time, he fought somebody that was great and that was just world beaters. Brother, it's a lot of dudes that's undefeated at the time because they've been fighting nothing but cab drivers. Nothing but Uber drivers and Pizza Hut delivery men. That's why their resume look like it's elite and why it look like that. Until they get in front of somebody with a post, they lose. Like, bro, just because you undefeated don't mean you been fighting dogs. For all them undefeated dudes he was fighting, who had they beat before they got to Terence Crawford? All them undefeated dudes, who had they beaten before they got to Terence? Must want to pull Benavidez out of his... What the... Benavidez, bro? For real? Benavidez, Errol will slaughter Benavidez. Will punish him. Sean would have punished him. Danny would have... You just seen what Danny just did to Benavidez at a bigger weight class. Benavidez, brother? For real? Like, we not going to do that. We is not finna do that. Must we want to pull out Benavidez. He was undefeated. Like, who the fuck Benavidez fought at that point? Nobody. Like Keith Sweat say. He hadn't fought nobody for real, man. Like, come on, man. But Bud think if he fights, if a fighter is undefeated if a fighter is undefeated at the time, he fought a great fighter. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bud's like, and people be like, well, if you don't think he fought all these great guys, why do you have him #1 pound for pound? Well, because his accomplishments. You fight, you win a belt at 135, you win belts at 135, You win. You win belts at 135. You become undisputed at 140. You win a belt at 147. That's great things to accomplish across 3 different weight classes. So you've done a whole lot across weight classes, so they will put you at the top. But just because you've done a lot in those weight classes and you became undisputed, that don't mean you was fighting great talent. Let's be honest. That don't mean you was fighting great talent. And to try to like stun on Errol Spence's resume, oh, this person lost before they got him. Bro, he said his best wins was against Amir Khan. Amir Khan, glass jaw Amir Khan. Listen, your little brother, my little brother. Like my little cousin will knock Amir Khan's ass out. Amir Khan had a glass jaw. Glass like breakable. Like, what I'm saying? Like Mr. Glass. Glass like Mr. Glass. You feel me? From the movie Unbreakable. Glass like that, bro. Come on, jaw made of glass. Amir Khan had been knocked out so many times before he got to Terence. That shit didn't count. Kell Brook, he tried to say, well, when Kell fought Errol, Kell was just coming off getting knocked out. Okay, cool. He had a lot of people, Terence Boy Crawford fanatics, say, well, Errol, when Errol broke his orbital bone. His orbital bone was already broken when he fought in the previous fight before. Well, dummy, Errol broke the other orbital bone, not the orbital bone in the same eye when he fought, what's the name? Golovkin. So it wasn't the same eye, okay, for one. And then for two, like, for you to sit here and be talking about some, oh, he lost before he got to him. Bro, when you fought Kell Brook was nowhere near the same Kell Brook when you fought him. Let's be real. I gave Bud credit for it, but now he's trying to play them games of semantics. He wasn't the same. Bro, like Kell Brook wasn't the same Kell Brook. You feel me? When Errol fought Kell Brook, Kell took Sean's strap from Sean. And Errol went over there to England to get his stuff in hostile territory when Errol was still an up-and-coming rising prospect. A rising, guy rising the ranks. Still in, an up-and-coming challenger mode. And went over there and stopped that dude. After Kell had success against Errol. Kell was successful in moments. Stunning Errol at times. Hit Errol with some good shots, and Errol was relentless. Digging at that body. Digging him till he broke Kell's ass down. That's a gangster win if I ain't never seen one. And I ain't saying it just because I'm a fan of Errol Spence's fighting abilities. I'm a fan of Terence Crawford's fighting abilities. But I gotta be for real. Terence ain't beat no killers like y'all say he is. So to try to discredit Errol, come on, fam. And then I give him the Sean Porter fight for sure because he stopped Sean. Even if you want to say it's because Sean did, he threw in the towel, I give him the stoppage for sure. But to act like, bro, like Amir Khan and Kell got beat before you fought him. So to act like your resume is just that superior over Errol's. Yeah, you got belts and was undisputed at weight classes, but like, come on, bro. Like, listen, man. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get to that point too. Terrence's best wins are against Gamboa. Now he said, Mikey Garcia was coming up in weight. Everybody know Gamboa came up in weight to fight Terence. Gamboa came up in weight to fight Bud. Victor Postal, one of his best wins. Really, Victor Postal, one of Terrence's best performances for sure, hands down. Right? Victor Postal was out there he proved to be a hype job eventually, right? But all right, I give him that, right? But then to say Jeff Horn was never great at no point in his career. Jeff Horn, again, knock it off. Everybody know that he beat Manny Pacquiao. And when y'all need to cut it out, because y'all try to give Bud credit for that win, when everybody and their mama, the night Jeff Horn won, said Manny Pacquiao was robbed. There is no way in the blue hell. There is no way in a damn 130-degree day in Chicago that brother beat Manny Pacquiao. There's no way. They gave Jeff Horn that win when all he was doing was some little roughhousing taxes. He wasn't doing nothing. He ain't beat Manny. He got robbed for sure. And all the great boxing aficionados agreed that Manny was robbed that night. Now y'all want to give Jeff Horn credit for a win y'all was saying was a robbery back then. So cut it out. Cut it out. Then he want to talk about Ugas. Ugas had all them other losses before Errol fight him. Well, brother, we gonna talk about what Ugas had just did. Ugas had just beat Manny Pacquiao handedly. Smoked Manny Boots. He just smoked Manny Boots easily. The fight before. The same Manny Pacquiao, Terence Bud Crawford was dying to fight. The same Manny Pacquiao that Errol wanted to fight. But Terence was dying to fight Manny Pacquiao. And Ugas smoked that boy Boots. So he was like, of course, so Ugas stock was up at that point. He did something great by beating an all-time great fighter, the same all-time great fighter that Terence Crawford was wanting to fight. So when he tried to act like, oh, he had all them losses before, he just was coming off an excellent win, and he had a belt. So what is all this, like, oh, he didn't really beat, no, Jeff Horn didn't beat Ugas. I mean, Jeff Horn didn't beat Manny, but you know who did? Your Dennis Ugas for damn sure beat Manny. So even if you want to say it was an older Manny, he beat Manny, the same Manny Terence Crawford wanted to beat up on. So cut it out, knock it out, man. He's sitting in that interview, him and his fans, again, not just his fans. I'm talking because the fans is cool. The Terence Crawford fanboys trying to convince us how dangerous David Avenesian is. Brother, anytime you got to do that, that's when you know your opponent is suspect. When you got to keep trying to convince us that the dude that you fighting is dangerous. He's a danger. He can do this. He can do that. Bro, brother, if he could do this, why the hell is he not on our radar? If he like this, why the hell do nobody in boxing know who he is? Robert Garcia, world-renowned trainer of world champions, say, I don't even know who the fuck is that? That's what Robert Garcia said. Who the hell is this? We don't even know who dude is. So how you gonna vouch for him being this certified killer, all the Bud fans? Bud fanatics, I'm sorry. How y'all gonna vouch for that dude being a certified killer? Anesthesia. David Milk of Magnesia. Avenesian being something. Come on, man. Knock it off. Then, yes, Terence Crawford was undisputed at 140. And he'll be a Hall of Famer because in boxing, all you got to do is be undisputed in the weight class to be Hall of Fame. And it's not easy to do. I'm not going to try to discredit nobody. It's not easy to be undisputed. A lot of times you got to collect. Some dudes got to collect them belts one by one. Some dudes do it in one fight. Some dudes do it over an accumulation of fights. So it shouldn't be undermined or shouldn't be disrespected, right? But for everybody, he gonna get a Hall of Fame for that, as he should. But I want to tell y'all this. Y'all know and I know that 140 was that. Come on, bro. That division was weaker than Kevin Durant in the weight room. That division was like, come on, bro, weak as hell. Y'all know that division was full of dudes that division was watered down like a mud. For real though, like y'all know it was watered down and like again weaker than Kevin Durant in the weight room. Let's be for real, bro. Weaker than SWV's knees. And y'all acting like he was just in 140 class just beating and stopping killers, certified goons. And that wasn't the case, bro. So when they act like his resume so elite, bro, a lot of them don't even know who he beat to be undisputed at 140. I know because I'm a boxing fan, but a lot of the Bud fanatics don't even know who Bud beat at 140 to win them belts. They can't even tell you. Again, I can tell you because I watch boxing like that, but they can't. So, again, so to act like, his Bud got this demeanor and this bravado, like his resume is just this much better than Errol Spence's. Brother, his whole resume at 147, outside of Sean Porter, is suspect. It's suspect. Like I said before, Kell Brook was washed up like my son's bibs and receiving blankets in a washing machine. He was washed up at that point. So all that, man, and again, I hear all the conversation. Errol been at welterweight 10 years and he still ain't undisputed. Fair. It's a fair analysis. I get you there, right? But if Errol was at 135 and 140, he would have fucked everybody up at that division. And y'all know that. But he's just too big. I can tell you right now, Errol Spence beating everybody at 154 right now. From Tony Harrison to Danny Garcia to Fundora to Tim Tszyu to what the boy named Erickson Lubin to goddamn if Jared Hurd probably moved up because he too big for that weight class. He'll beat Jermell. And Jermell know that. So all this talk, he beat Castaño now too. He'll whoop on Castaño ass too. And Castaño is excited. He'll make an exciting fight with Errol and hit Errol with some shots. But Errol will break his ass down too, the same way Jermell did, and he'll do it in better fashion because he's more technically sound and better overall fighter to me than Jermell. So Errol will fuck everybody up at 154. So like, come on, bro, like all this, knock it off. But Terence gotta stop. He get delusional, acting like his resume is elite of the elites. And he started acting like that because dudes like in his corner, like Roy Jones and James Toney and them, they fuck with him heavy. They start acting like he just fought a whole bunch of killers. And if you ask James Toney, who has Terence Bud Crawford beat, James can't tell you who the hell he beat. And I love Roy. I love both of them. They were some of my favorite fighters coming up. Lights Out was one of my favorite fighters of all time. Watching them with both of my uncles. Roy Jones, one of my favorite fighters of all time. Watching them with my uncles. I respect them guys, but they still be acting like Bud just fought a whole bunch of killers. They just like Bud's style of fighting, and they gravitate to his mean demeanor and shit like that. Errol's a Tim Duncan type of guy. Tim Duncan approach, so on and so forth. He real reserved in the demeanor, right? So they don't gravitate to that energy. They gravitate to Bud and the meanness and all of that, and that's cool. But don't act like he just fought a whole bunch of resume full of killers. And get back around to this point about this video with Errol Spence and the drinking thing, right? For all of that shit, even if y'all want to say it wasn't a TikTok and he was drunk, what does that have to do with the fight? Y'all think that's why Errol Spence ain't ducking that boy? Knock it off. Knock it off. Look at what Terence doing while not fighting Errol Spence Jr. Look at what he doing, they making an excuse. He getting a bag. It's a bag. You really gonna accept it because he getting a bag? Y'all fighting David Anastasia, milk of magnesia. Y'all know y'all would never, in y'all wildest dreams, accept Errol Spence fighting no fucking David Avenesian. It wouldn't be nowhere near acceptable. Y'all would have clowned Errol to the heavens and back. Called him all type of drunks, all type of embarrassment to the sports for fighting a no-name dude that you don't know, I don't know, your mama don't know, your auntie don't know, your grandma don't know, your little cousin don't know, your son don't know. Shit, goddammit, Robert Garcia don't even know him. I bet you before this fight was made with Terence Crawford, if you would have asked Roy Jones about David Avenesian, he couldn't tell you. Alright? Paulie Malignaggi wouldn't be able to tell you about David Avenesian. James Toney wouldn't be able to tell you about David Avenesian. Antonio Tarver wouldn't know who the hell David Avenesian was. Would say, who that is? Who is that? They don't know. They wouldn't know. Now you ask him, hey, Avenesian a tough fighter. He a good dude. I mean, he got some good wins on him. Bro, the brother got stopped by Mean Machine. The mean green, lean green, mean gene fight machine. The one Terence Bud Crawford fought. That bro, the boy got stopped by him. Avenesian got stopped by him, and now he worthy to fight Terence Crawford? Getting stopped by the Mean Machine? Bro, knock it off. Like, we're not finna do this. And he lost against Lamont Peterson. The same Lamont Peterson y'all try to tell Errol Spence fans. Y'all try to tell Errol Spence fans Lamont was trash. Lamont was a nobody. He ain't did nothing. But David Avenesian lost to Lamont Peterson. And now Avenesian's supposed to be this worthy dude. This is a dangerous fight. Y'all should hear Terence Bud Crawford fanatics. This is a dangerous fight for Bud. Bud got to be careful with this one. This is a good fight. I like the fight. No, the fuck you don't. Who you trying to kid? I'm way smarter than that, y'all. Knock it off. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.